Welcome guys to another stream. I hope you guys are all doing well this morning. It's literally 6 in the morning. I think this is the earliest stream I think I've ever done on this channel. But yeah, super early stream today. Okay, I really want to just stream early for you guys today because I got some other things going on today. So I want to come on here and just stream for you guys and talk about Bitcoin, give you guys a little update on what's happening in the markets. I want to show you guys a fair few charts, of course. So that's exactly what we're going to be talking about in today's stream. Okay. So Bitcoin right now, guys, you guys can clearly see is still holding up at $30,000 currently. Okay, 30,700. You guys can clearly see that. So yes, for the past few days, guys, we have in fact been seeing Bitcoin stock at 30K pretty much, right? And I will say this. This is obviously a support level right now for Bitcoin. You guys can just clearly see that right now. Yes, for the past few days, we also seen Bitcoin touch $31,000. Okay, a fair bit of times, but it didn't in fact have a correction back down to the downside. So when is the time, right, that we will in fact see Bitcoin actually pump towards $31,000 and of course, reach a new all-time high for this year alone in 2023, which is around $32,000, $33,000. Like, when would the rally continue on to the upside, right? Because we actually haven't seen Bitcoin reach $32,000 just yet. So when is that going to happen? And I've been telling us many times, right? The next rally will in fact happen very, very shortly. You guys have to understand, Bitcoin has been pumping, right? Just remember the 20th of June, 8 days ago, we saw Bitcoin continuing on to pump throughout the days. You guys can clearly see that, right? And right now it is in fact consolidating. So it's understandable why Bitcoin is not really moving, because it's pumped so much, right? Like almost 20% pretty much for the week. Okay, so just think about that. So Bitcoin, in my opinion, is obviously holding up very, very well at $30,000. Right now it's just consolidating, you know what I mean? And it's slightly a bit more higher than where it was yesterday, right? So overall, the market today, okay, is looking pretty good actually, right? For the past 24 hours, Bitcoin is actually up 1%. Same with Ethereum, and a fair few altcoins are in fact slightly, seeing a pump up this morning, okay, which is absolutely amazing to see as well, because yesterday not much movements for altcoins, right? But Bitcoin Cash, again, is still holding up, very well. And we know Bitcoin Cash for the past 7 days, past week, has been absolutely pumping like crazy, okay? But altcoins today, you guys can clearly see for the past 24 hours, it's looking pretty good, right? We are in fact seeing some greens, whereas yesterday we weren't seeing much of anything. But overall, the market is in fact up over 1% today. Okay, so that's great. And the reason why we have in fact been seeing Bitcoin and crypto especially, right, crypto in general pump, is because of BlackRock and a fair few more institutions, filing for, Bitcoin ETF, right? So this is very, very bullish, right, for Bitcoin and crypto, obviously. And this is why, we have in fact been seeing Bitcoin pump, right? So it's looking very, very good for Bitcoin and crypto, right? It really, really, really is. And that's just why, guys, I've been telling you guys that, in the next few weeks and months that are upcoming, we're going to see Bitcoin pump because of this, right? More institutions and, of course, banks will start, buying into Bitcoin, right? Buying into Bitcoin and become crypto pros, right? So this is what I've been telling guys many times. Now I want to show you guys a fair few charts in today's stream, like I said, starting off with this one. So like I said at the beginning of the stream, right, we haven't actually seen Bitcoin break above $31,000 just yet, okay? New highs if $31,000 breaks, obviously. So $31,000 is obviously a resistance line. Once we see Bitcoin break out of that and reaches to, $32,000, $34,000, $35,000, which I've been mentioning is in fact the next target for Bitcoin, we will in fact see Bitcoin continue on to rally up. Once we break 31, so once we see 32K, that's going to be the next rally up, right? But so far, you guys can clearly see for the past few days, Bitcoin has just been consolidating. You guys can just clearly see that at $30,000. Yes, we've seen it a fair bit of times touching $31,000, but it'll just have a rejection back down, okay, to 30K. But overall, obviously, Bitcoin is holding up very, very well, right? It really is. It's on the right track right now, okay? And a lot of people are, in fact, out there predicting that once we have this breakout, Bitcoin is gonna, reach $35,000, $38,000. I'll show you guys a fair few charts from the past, right, in previous streams and videos, okay, that people are, in fact, predicting these targets. Personally, I think, yes, 35K is the next price target. But once we have a breakout, Bitcoin's going to pump, in my opinion, right? It just has to. And this chart right here is indicating that Bitcoin could potentially break to $45,000. $45,000, which is absolutely insane, guys. Just remember, exciting times, because, the halving is, in fact, right around the corner, meaning we're going to see Bitcoin pump to the moon, okay? It's going to absolutely pump. And of course, not just Bitcoin, but altcoins especially. We call it alt season. And that's why we see majority of altcoins in the market pump as well. Like what we saw in 2021 is pretty much what's going to happen in the year 2025, pretty much, right? So exciting times, okay? Exciting times coming for Bitcoin and crypto. Now, this is a chart right here, guys. Okay, you guys can clearly see from 2021, we reached a new all-time high of 69K. And then all of 2022, we've seen Bitcoin drop all the way down to around $15,000, right? And this was obviously, Bitcoin's bottom, $15,000. And remember, Bitcoin was hovering around $16,000 for quite some time, right? For literally 2 months straight. And a lot of people wanted to see what was Bitcoin's next move, right? Where was Bitcoin going to go? And at that time, a lot of people thought Bitcoin would, have other smaller corrections down to the downside, right? A lot of people thought, when Bitcoin was at 16K, 15K, a lot of people thought, we're going to see a 14K Bitcoin, 13K Bitcoin, 10K Bitcoin, and lower. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, I was one of them, you know what I mean? But no, guys, early of January of 2023, you guys can clearly see, literally at the beginning of the New Year's, we saw Bitcoin pump to the upside. So clearly, this chart just indicates and shows you guys, right, that we will no longer see Bitcoin at $20,000 ever again, because we have already hit bottom, and clearly Bitcoin is forming a new pattern to the upside. You guys can just clearly see that, right? All of 2022, it dropped massively. It's sort of like this falling wedge, right? You guys can clearly see that all of 2022, it's just been dropping massively and it hit bottom. And now Bitcoin is clearly breaking out from that wedge, that falling wedge, and creating a new pattern up to the upside. You guys can just clearly see it, okay? Never in Bitcoin history we have seen Bitcoin drop back down to its previous lows, right? You guys can just clearly see that. So we are in fact starting the next Bitcoin bull run, pretty much, right? In early stages right now, right? I wouldn't say we are in fact 100% in a bull market. Obviously, we're still in a bear market, right? Bitcoin is nowhere near its previous all-time highs, which is great. It still gives us time to accumulate into Bitcoin and buy Bitcoin at a cheap price, okay? So I'm telling you right now, in the next few months, we're going to see Bitcoin pump, to $35,000, $40,000, 45, 50, 55, 60, and of course, reach back out to its previous all-time high. So take this as an opportunity to buy Bitcoin. That's why, guys, I've been stacking into Bitcoin. You guys know that, right? For the past few weeks, few months, you guys see me, right? If you guys, haven't seen my videos on my YouTube channel, I've been stacking into Bitcoin, and I actually show you guys proof that I'm actually buying into Bitcoin. And not just Bitcoin, but other altcoins like Ethereum, Cardano, right? Chainlink is also another one, XRP, Litecoin, and many, many, many more other altcoins, right? But my main investments is obviously Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? And you guys have seen, I've been stacking, I've been going all in on Bitcoin especially, right? So I'm still continuing to buy more, okay? Because we're going to see another breakthrough, right? Very, very soon, we will in fact see another breakthrough for Bitcoin, okay? This year in 2023, okay, there's going to be teaser pumps. So we're going to see some pumps that's going to tease us. Right? What we're seeing right now, Bitcoin is sort of teasing us, right? It really is. So I really do believe we'll in fact see a massive breakthrough, okay, especially next month in July. We know June is about to end off, okay, and July is about to, be the new month for 2023, and usually July, right? Usually that's a great month for Bitcoin. Bitcoin does in fact perform pretty well in July, right? And I'm actually surprised that this year in 2023, this month, June, Bitcoin has been performing pretty well, right? Because usually June is not a great month for Bitcoin. Usually Bitcoin doesn't really perform that great in June. So I'm actually surprised we are in fact most likely going to end off this month in the greens for this month, right? And then next month, we should be seeing a great month, okay, of July for Bitcoin, right? So be excited for that. But yes, we will in fact see a breakthrough very, very soon for Bitcoin, guys. So buckle up for all my Bitcoin holders out there. Things are in fact about to get crazy. More institutions and banks will start filing for Bitcoin ETFs and just, buying Bitcoin in general. I think most institutions and of course banks are secretly buying into Bitcoin, right? Secretly. And that's why they're not telling us, okay, majority of them. And that's why we have in fact been seeing Bitcoin pump for the past few months, right? Especially this year alone in 2023, right? Just think about that, right? With BlackRock, okay, Fidelity, and many more. So this chart is indicating that apparently we're going to see a 450k Bitcoin, $450,000 Bitcoin in 2025. We know 2025 is going to be a great year for Bitcoin and crypto, right? Because that is when we will in fact be in a bull market. And this chart is indicating that we could potentially see a 450k Bitcoin. Now, do I think that's possible? Honestly, I don't. My maximum price for Bitcoin to reach in the next bull market is probably around, I want to say 300k. That's what I want to say. 300k. I think that's very, very realistic for Bitcoin to reach. But 450k is very, very high. Maybe you guys can let me know what is your personal thoughts on this. Do you guys think 450k per Bitcoin in the year 2025 is possible? Let me know personally, right? Of course, I'm always transparent with you guys. I don't think it's possible. If it was possible, that'd be amazing. Of course, I wouldn't be mad at it, right? But it's just very unlikely to happen because it's just too high. You know what I mean? But, nothing is impossible for Bitcoin. Time will tell. We will see. You know what I mean? But I think I highly doubt it. You know what I mean? I think 300k is very, very realistic. That's like the maximum price for Bitcoin, or over 300k. We will see. But 450k in 2025, if it does reach that, man, you already know I'm taking my profits. You already know. Most likely. I don't know. But most likely, right? You got to make that money to take your profits. But here's a picture that I want to show you guys. Okay, Bitcoin standard. So in 2009, okay, obviously not a lot of people were in fact into, Bitcoin. This is probably, Satoshi Nakamoto, the creator of Bitcoin, the ones that's only talking about Bitcoin and whatnot. And then 2013, I think other people started to talk about Bitcoin. And then 2017, it started to grow a bit more. 2017, I think that was like the year where we actually saw a lot of FOMO into Bitcoin. And that's when everyone really started to get into, Bitcoin and crypto, especially Bitcoin, right? Because that was actually the first year in 2017, we actually saw Bitcoin pump over, thousands of dollars, like over 10K. I remember towards the end of 2017, we actually saw Bitcoin pump like around Christmas time in December. It was like $19,000, almost $20,000. Bitcoin didn't quite hit 20K at that time, but its all-time highs was in fact at around $17,000, which is absolutely crazy. And then, of course, okay, in previous years and this year, right, 2024, soon enough, guys, everyone's going to be talking about Bitcoin and crypto, right? Especially Bitcoin. Everyone is going to be talking about it, right? No matter what. So it's going to be good. You know what I mean? It's going to be good. Here's another little modern history I want to show you guys real quick on why Bitcoin is actually the real winner of assets here. Okay, so right here, guys, is what you're looking at is pretty much Bitcoin is the greatest investment asset in modern history. Here is the scoreboard. So it's obviously Bitcoin, gold, and S&P 500. I know a fair few people, even personally, right? People that I know personally, right, actually invest into gold. You know what I mean? Other than Bitcoin, I think Bitcoin has no real store of value, right? But you guys can clearly see if you just go straight to 10 years, don't worry about 9 years, don't worry about 8 years or 1 year and all that. Let's go to straight to 10 years. In 10 years, Bitcoin has performed 29%, 29,000% return. Gold, on the other hand, 49% return. S&P 500, 175%. So you guys can just clearly see Bitcoin is the clear clear winner here, right? Like, you guys let me know another asset out there that has performed way better than Bitcoin for the past 10 years. We remember, right? 10 years ago in 2013, Bitcoin was worth like $100. That was the year where we actually saw Bitcoin reach $100, above $100 for the very first time, right? Now, 10 years later, no one knew, right? In 2023, right? No one knew Bitcoin was going to be worth tens and thousands of dollars. Right now, it's worth 30K. And at one point, remember, Bitcoin was worth 69K. So tell me another asset, guys, any asset out there that has performed way better than Bitcoin for the past 10 years. And remember, Bitcoin is a very, very, very early asset. Okay, crypto is obviously a very early market, right? It's only been around for over 13 years. So just think about that, right? 13 years, that's it. Gold has been around literally forever, like for decades, years and years and years. Gold has been around forever, you know what I mean? Like, it's so old. And I get it. Yes, I'll agree. Gold does in fact have, store value. It holds its value as well. It's not as volatile as Bitcoin. But you guys understand, Bitcoin moves way more than gold, right? So it's understandable why Bitcoin is really volatile. And guess what? We all know it's new. You know what I mean? It's a new asset, right? It's only been around for 13 years. So it's understandable why it's, volatile. You know what I mean? It's understandable. But over the years, once Bitcoin gets more adoption and whatnot, okay, it's more heard out there globally around the world, I think it's going to be less volatile. You know what I mean? It's for sure going to hold its value. That's just my personal opinion, right? Personally. So you guys can just clearly see the scoreboard here, right, for great investment assets in modern history. It's clearly Bitcoin. Bitcoin's clearly the clear winner here for returns, right, over the years. So just think about that, guys, right? Gold does not move. Yes, it holds its value, but it doesn't move. You know what I mean? It really doesn't. But Bitcoin monthly returns, okay, still over 11%. Absolutely amazing to see. Great to see. We are in fact about to end off this month very, very soon. It's about to be July. In the next like 2 days. So we are for sure 100% going to end off this month in the greens, which is great to see. I wanted this month to be in the greens because, in previous years, right, 2022, 2021, 2020, it was in fact in the red. So it's great to see this year in 2023 in June in the greens, and July should be a great month, like I said, right, earlier. You guys have seen previous years, it was in fact performing pretty well as well in the greens, right, in previous years as well. So we should be good, right? Bitcoin should be good. Now, Bitcoin Cash, like I said, yes, climbs 100% in a week, adding over $2 billion to market cap, which is absolutely crazy. And this is the thing, guys, right? Bitcoin Cash is pumping so much, right? We know that. But why? Is it because all these institutions and banks are in fact investing into Bitcoin? That's why Bitcoin Cash is pumping. Like, they're filing for Bitcoin ETFs, and this is why Bitcoin Cash is pumping. It just has to be, right? Yeah, you guys can see there is in fact a spike right now forming for Bitcoin Cash. You guys can clearly see that it's spiked up. It was literally like $100. Look at that, $102. 12th of June, and now it's the 28th of June, and now we are in fact seeing a massive spike up. So yeah, but you guys can just clearly see how much Bitcoin Cash has dropped. Its all-time highs was like $1,400. Was it? No, 2.9 back in 20. Wow, Bitcoin Cash has dropped massively. See, this is the real question. Can Bitcoin Cash go back up to $2.9 thousand? That's the real question here. And that was back in 2017. That's when Bitcoin was pumping, right? Yeah, it's crazy. Bitcoin Cash has actually dropped massively from its previous all-time highs back in 2017. But it's been performing pretty well. You know what I mean? Look at that. For the past 7 days, up over 100%. So that's, absolutely amazing to see for Bitcoin Cash. But let me show you guys this, right? Before I end the stream, I want to show you guys this. So I made a video titled, I'm going all in on Bitcoin. And this was 7 months ago, mind you guys, 7 months ago, which was back November. Okay, so I want to show you guys this clip. You guys can clearly see Bitcoin was literally 15.9, just under 16K. And I took this as an opportunity. I just knew, right, that I had to take this as an opportunity to buy Bitcoin. Okay, And I even said in this video, if you guys haven't seen this video, okay, please check it out. Please check it out, right? But anyways, when I saw Bitcoin at, $15.9 thousand when it was under 16K, I had to, take that as an opportunity to invest into Bitcoin, a large amount, because I knew that this was in fact, probably most likely near its bottom. And guess what? It was actually its bottom. But I didn't know at the time. Obviously, no one knew where the Bitcoin bottom was. And lucky for me, I actually caught the bottom for Bitcoin, right? So you guys can clearly see Bitcoin was absolutely dropping. You guys can see altcoins, Ethereum, Cardano, Avalanche, Solana, all dropping like crazy in that day, okay? Everything was dropping. And the reason why everything was dropping is because of FTX, right? One of the largest crypto exchanges out there, right? FTX collapsed. They've filed for bankruptcy and they shut down, right? And that's why we saw Bitcoin collapsing. We saw the entire crypto market collapsing. All of 2020 was just bad years. You know what I mean? I told you guys many times, like, if you survive 2022, you can literally survive anything in crypto, because that was a terrible, terrible year. And I'm just glad it's over now. And like, we are in fact starting the next, bull market very, very soon, okay? In the next upcoming, few years. And we are obviously seeing some recoveries right now for Bitcoin, but this is what it was looking like. You guys can clearly see. So literally, I actually caught the bottom, right? And okay, I took this as an opportunity to invest into Bitcoin. I want to show you guys. So at that time, I invested $17.5 thousand, and I was getting 0.70% of a Bitcoin, 0.72% of a Bitcoin, almost one full Bitcoin at the time, right? Which is absolutely insane. And the reason why I'm showing 24K is because that's AUD currency. I do live in Australia. I don't live in the US or anything like that. I live in Australia, guys, right? But yeah, different currencies, obviously Bitcoin, 24K will equal to 15K in USD, right? 17,500 be getting, because fees and whatnot. Confirm. You guys have it. See that? I was purchasing Bitcoin. I caught the bottom. When Bitcoin was below 16K, I caught the bottom and I invested a large amount of money. Like, that has never happened to me. Like, I just had that feeling inside me, like, okay, Bitcoin is right now below 16K. It's dropping even more. I just want to take this as an opportunity to go all in on Bitcoin. And that's exactly what I did, right? I kept on investing into Bitcoin. And then once I invested this amount of money, I just kept investing like thousands of dollars into Bitcoin at that time, okay? And if you guys are wondering if I took profits, no, I didn't take profits just yet, because I know, right, Bitcoin's going to go way higher. It's not even back up to its previous all-time high. So why would I take profits now, right? Just think about that. I told you guys, I'm here for long term, right? So potentially, 2025, that is the year where I will potentially take some profits, right? You got to take your profits to make money. That's how you actually make money, guys, right? So yeah, most likely 2025, I will in fact take my profits. But I'm just glad I caught the Bitcoin bottom. You know what I mean? And then ever since then, I've just been stacking into Bitcoin. In fact, I made a whole playlist. If you guys haven't seen this playlist right here, are you ready for? Okay, all these videos right here are videos of me investing into different crypto coins, right? So if you guys haven't seen this playlist, you should definitely check it out, right? It's pretty interesting, I must say. Even showing you guys a video of buying my first ever Bitcoin back in 2021. And it just shows you guys like how I was able to buy my first Bitcoin at that time, right? So if you guys haven't seen this playlist, you should definitely check it out, right? When alt season, Bitcoin has to be at what target? Well, alt season, okay, that's gonna happen once the halving happens, right? So once the Bitcoin halving happens in 2024, we will in fact see Bitcoin pump and of course altcoins pump, right? And alt season is pretty much gonna happen, I want to say towards the end of the year in 2024 and 2025, right? Especially 2025. Okay, that's when we're gonna see altcoins pump like crazy, and that's how it's gonna be alt season, right? But Bitcoin's gonna be well over $80,000, $90,000, $100,000 when it's alt season, 100%. You know what I mean? That's very, very possible for sure. So Some exciting time, guys. Some exciting times. So, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. If you guys haven't seen my most previous videos that I uploaded a few hours ago, these two right here, or any of my previous videos, you should definitely check them out. It's pretty interesting. If you guys aren't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. If you guys are in fact in the crypto space, or crypto investors, or even traders, right? Please consider subscribing, because every single day I update you guys on what's happening with Bitcoin and crypto, right? What's happening in the crypto space. So if you guys are in fact investors and traders in this market, please consider subscribing, right? I would really appreciate that. But guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up, and of course subscribe, and I'll catch you guys all in my next video. Have a blessed day, guys.